We have really good news for you today. The GOP is currently putting their freedom platform, their party platform together, and it has become not a party platform, but a freedom platform. 11 and a half of the 12 planks that FreedomWorks came to the party with, those planks, 11 and a half of them are out of 12 are now the party platform. Don't tell me that the GOP is just a machine. Don't tell me that FreedomWorks is not making a difference. Don't tell me that everything that you've done with the Tea Party, nobody's listening to, because they are. They are. Really exciting news. We'll talk to some of the guys who are working on that platform a little later on in the program. I will tell you other good news. There's a new poll out that shows, and this is, I know, way overstated, but President Barack Obama, I'm quoting, President Barack Obama could lose his home state of Illinois in November, according to a new poll. No way.
No way.
No way. A poll conducted by Illinois-based pollster and political strategist Mike McCowan found Obama leading Republican Mitt Romney 49-37 in Cook County. That's the home of Chicago. That puts him ahead by a far thinner margin than expected in a county he should be winning handsomely. Cook is the most Democratic leading county in the state, also the most populous. Those numbers don't bode well for the president. He has to come out of Cook County with a big lead, or he's going to have a problem downstate. His policies are not real popular downstate. According to the poll, which surveyed 629 registered voters last week, Obama's problems are not in Chicago proper, but in suburban Cook County. The city of Chicago, he has a 30-point lead inside the city itself, but Republican challenger leads 45-38 in surrounding areas. So in surrounding Chicago, in Cook County, Mitt Romney 45-38. I think that's remarkable. Romney leads across the country as a whole. Across the county as a whole. 43-31 among independent. Romney holds 44-38 with males and 53-40 lead among whites. There's a possibility. And you know what it is? I think this explains. There's the email that is out now revealing the interview about the soul food with KOB-FM. This thing's going to turn into just a total joke for these guys. I mean, more than it already is. And unfortunately, the local guys didn't know. You know, they're not dealing at this level. They don't know what's going on, per se. And I feel bad for these guys because they've just been used by this administration and then left tarnished. I mean, they didn't help, but that's the way this administration deals with everybody. They use you and abuse you, and then they spit you off on the side of the road. They're done. There's a new memo out shows exactly how that thing came together. They're desperate. As we told you yesterday, they're desperate. They know. They wouldn't be doing a radio show in Albuquerque, New Mexico, of all places, if they didn't have something that's telling them they're in real trouble. We said yesterday, these guys haven't done a press conference in how long? Guess who does a press conference yesterday? And it's ridiculous. They shouldn't have done a press conference. I think it only made things worse. There has never been, in American history, a bigger group of partial truth tellers, downright, flat-out, full-frontal liars than we have seen from Team Obama and the Democratic Party every day. Can you think of one? Nixon? But not everybody would. I mean, everybody in the Nixon administration, but the Democrats, They weren't all like that, were they? Or has this party always been this way? Well, actually, that was Republicans. Obama was asked yesterday during his surprise press conference about the tone of his campaign.
You know, your opponent recently accused you of waging a campaign filled with anger and hate, and you told Entertainment Tonight that anyone who attends your rallies can see that they're not angry or hate-filled affairs. But in recent weeks, your campaign has suggested repeatedly, without proof, that Mr. Romney might be hiding something in his tax returns. They have suggested that Mr. Romney might be a felon for the way that he handed over power of Bain Capital. And your campaign and the White House have declined to condemn an ad by one of your top supporters that links Mr. Romney to a woman's death from cancer. Are you comfortable with the tone that's being set by your campaign? Have you asked them to change their tone when it comes to defining Mr. Romney?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure all those characterizations that you laid out there were accurate. For example, nobody accused Mr. Romney of being a felon. And I think that what is absolutely true is if you watch me on the campaign trail, here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how we put Americans back to work.
Is that true? Not really. I mean, it's kind of, but then again, kind of not. Stephanie Cutter, Obama's deputy campaign manager, got all of this started by telling the Boston Globe that
Mitt Romney, through his own words and his own signature, was misrepresenting his position at Bain to the SEC, which is a felony, or he was misrepresenting his position at Bain to the American people to avoid responsibility for some of the consequences of his investment.
Okay, so I think she just said he might be a felon. Then she sort of reinforced that the very next day.
Either Mitt Romney was attesting to something that is true to the SEC, that he was the CEO, chairman, president, and sole owner of Bain Capital, or he's misrepresenting his time at Bain Capital to the American people, because both of those things can't be true. And if you're signing federal documents that aren't actually true, it is a felony. But that doesn't, we're not accusing Mitt Romney of committing a crime here.
What are you saying? What are you saying then? So she threw it out there again and then tried to cover her tracks by saying that, well, she's not really saying what she just said. What? Then the dishonesty was kind of sort of reinforced by Obama's campaign strategist and former press secretary Robert Gibbs.
Illegal, right?
Well,
you're not charging that he's done anything illegal with any of this.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. America has already decided. Did Obama lie? Technically. Maybe not. But did he tell the truth? Absolutely not. The question Americans need to ask themselves is this the kind of sort of president that you kind of sort of want leading us? Kind of sort of, not really. Or maybe kind of, sort of. Which is it? To her credit, the CBS reporter asked Obama about the despicable ad from his former deputy press secretary, Bill Burton, who now runs the Obama super PAC. So the guy who used to work in the White House as the deputy press secretary is now running the ads and running the Obama super PAC. The ad which accuses Romney of killing a woman fired after he was fired by Bain Capital, which cut off her insurance. But she had insurance of her own. She shortly thereafter got cancer and died. The president disowned it yesterday.